Ryo, where are you going? You haven't listened to the Shenmue AM2 podcast yet.
Welcome back to another episode of the Shenmue AM2 podcast. We're your hosts, Andrew.
And Matt.
And this week we're going to talk about...
the Shenmue AM2 podcast Fight Club.
Shh, you can't talk about Shenmue AM2 podcast Fight Club. That's the number one rule of Shenmue AM2 podcast Fight Club.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, Frank. We
are holding death battles.
Just when we started discussing what this episode topic would be, I wrote to Matt.
Andrew's like, hey, let's make characters fight in hypothetical fights.
And Matt says, hypothetical death matches? And I said, they don't have to be death matches, but yeah. And he said, yes, they do.
Because then you can truly know, you can truly judge who's going to win. Like, who's desperate enough to go all the way, you know?
Yeah.
Just pull all the dirty tricks just to survive. So if they don't win, they die.
Matt and I each did 5.
Yeah, I have a bonus one. But
I also have... Is your bonus one serious or funny?
It's more funny.
Okay, because I made 5 stupid funny ones that I want to get out of the way first.
Like 5 bonus
5
ones?
bonus ones.
Okay.
The first is a 6-man tag match. Fighting out of the the blue corner, Sam, Larry, and Cool Z, who is the leader of the Xiuying men.
Yeah.
And fighting out of the red corner, Shingo, Satoshi, and Pedro, the 3 main guys from the 70-man Battle Royal, who would just clearly kick the shit out of Sam, Larry, and Cool Z.
Does one of them have that pipe? Is that one of the guys?
Cool Z has the boombox though.
Yeah,
he's swinging that like a madman.
He can block the pipe once with the boombox.
Yeah. My next one was Fang Mei versus Megumi.
That's not fair. Fang Mei's older.
And Dulin versus Congo. The battle of the
box
lifters.
They'd be pretty evenly matched, I think.
Red Nose Dick Phillips, the drunk harbor worker.
Versus Santa?
No. Versus another guy who might stumble around.
I don't know. Oh, I thought Dick Phillips was the drunk guy.
No, Dick Phillips is the drunk guy from the harbor that hits you with a beer bottle.
Versus the I don't know guy.
Yeah. I was setting him up for that. He's just like, I don't get it. I
thought we were talking about him in the first place.
God.
But I forgot that guy's Japanese.
And then my last one is very mean-spirited.
Oh, so is mine. So is my bonus one.
Does yours have to do with an old internet fad known as bum fights?
Almost. It's like elderly fights.
Well, I have Shozo Mizuki, the homeless guy from the harbor.
But he's actually like a good martial artist.
Versus Xuan, the homeless guy who's in the Golden Mall in Shenmue 2.
Is he a martial artist? Yeah, he is. Yeah. They're both... That's not...
Yeah,
so,
but
that's not so mean.
It's bum fights.
Yeah, I guess if you make them do it for a sandwich or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's clearly a sandwich.
Make them do it for a sandwich.
And a can of grape Pruta.
You guys have to do it for a sandwich.
Do it.
Pornhub.
Pornhub.com/Shenmue AM2 podcast. That's the new Cool Z, the leader of the Xiuying men running joke.
Yeah. So my bonus one was the underground blood sport death battle of Shigeo Yamagishi versus Setsu Abe. So Yamagishi-san versus the Abe store lady. I want to see who would win between a mentally crippled guy or a mentally crippled woman and a physically crippled man.
You're fucking terrible.
I know. I'm sorry, but I want to see it. Elderly fight. All right.
I just, for some foreshadowing, Yamagishi-san is in one of my serious ones.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. You can go first.
Okay, so on my fight card, Andrew and I have competing MMA underground blood sport death battle leagues. And you guys out there can decide which event you would like to go see. They're both on the same night, 5 fights each. You can only go to one of these, so at the end, you'll have to decide whose fight club you attended. So my first fight is Masayuki Fukuhara, otherwise known as Fukusan, versus Chris James. Do you know who that is? You love him.
I thought you were going to say Chris Gaines, which was Garth's brother.
Chris Gaines. No, Chris James.
I don't know who that is.
That's Cool Z. That's his real name.
Oh.
So Fukusan versus Cool Z. Who do you think wins? Fight to the death, remember?
Oh, man. So I got to predict a win. So do you have a winner picked?
I don't.
Okay. My detailed breakdown of this fight, the analysis would be Fukusan wouldn't take it serious because he's a bit of a goofball.
This isn't really a death battle, is it? And what would Cool Z do?
Okay. So remember the episode. So, here's a Simpsons reference. Remember when Bart and Milhouse get into the fight, and Bart has Milhouse has Bart pinned down, and Bart reaches and hits him with the magic 8-ball.
Yeah,
that exact same thing happens
with the boombox.
No, Cool Z has Fukusan pinned down. Fukusan reaches over, grabs the piggy bank, just smashes it in Cool Z's face, and knocks him out. Your winner. Fukusan.
Okay. I can see it. I don't know who's more powerful. If we're talking Dragon Ball Z power levels, I don't know who's got a higher power level between them.
Alright, so...
I tried to have everyone, kind of iffy, like it could go either way.
My first one, let's see, is Yamagishi-san. So the...
Remember, his back hurts. He could barely move.
Do your impersonation of him.
To make matters worse, I fell over.
Yeah, that driver do that.
That driver was insane.
So him, because he teaches you the double blow in the park, versus Jianmin, the guy that teaches you the move in the park in Shenmue 2.
Jianmin, if I'm predicting this fight, Jianmin just disappears and Yamagishi-san splits into 2 pieces. This isn't even a contest.
I did realize, too, that all of mine are Shenmue 1 versus Shenmue 2.
Oh, wow. You're trying to put like characters against each other?
Yeah, kinda, yeah. And I mean, I there's something for everyone on mine.
Yeah, I think Jinmin takes that easily. Maybe when Yamagishi-san was 10 years younger.
Yeah, but Jinmin's super old too.
Yeah, but he's still spry. He doesn't have a hurt back.
Alright.
And I mean, Ryo can't even hit him. Yamagishi can barely move.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, my next up on the fight card is Terry Ryan versus Greg Moore. Terry, leader of the Mad Angels, versus Greg Moore, Wolf. Is that basically Wolf from Virtua Fighter?
Oh, you're talking about Greg Moore from Shenmue 2. I thought you were talking about Greg Moore, the deceased IndyCar driver from Canada.
I don't know who that is.
You made this dark, man.
R.I.P. to whoever that is. Who wins between Terry Ryan and Greg Moore? Greg Moore is probably the more technically proficient fighter.
If I was going to put Greg Moore versus someone, it would have been Rod Stunt, because then it would have been Wolf versus Jeffrey.
That's too expected. Could Terry take Greg if it was no holds barred?
I picture it, Greg doing his move where he pulls your legs out from underneath you and goes to do the big spin, and just as he's about to do the big spin, Terry picks up that pole with the piece of cement on it, just knocks his block off. In a dirty, dirty, dirty fight, Terry Ryan wins.
Yes, but if there's no props around, Greg Moore wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are going to do whatever they can to win.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My next one. Shozo Mizuki. So He's the homeless guy from the first one at the port.
Okay.
Versus Zhoushan Juwan, which is the guy that runs the Guang martial arts school.
Oh.
So they're both older fellas. They both teach you a move.
The homeless guy... I don't know. I don't know if I got the impression that he was a master martial artist or not. He does have that really cool dodge move, but maybe that's his only trick. He's only got one trick up his sleeve. He's good at running away. But then maybe that master in the Chinese martial arts school is just all bluster. Maybe he's the son of the previous master and he just got in by nepotism.
That's a lot of backstory. And I just did an amazing job. I almost dropped my notebook catching that there. Yeah, who are you taking, man?
I'm gonna have to go. I mean, we never see him fight, I don't think. The old master at the...
Yeah, but he teaches that move that drops someone on their head.
Alright, him.
Him?
I mean, he's gotta have chops if he's the master at a dojo. Or whatever you call a dojo in Chinese. My next one?
Yep.
Izumi Takano versus Chunyan. Izumi versus Chunyan. So Izumi is the secret fight, the tomato convenience girl in Shenmue 2 versus cowboy hat girl in the death match in the underground. See, I tried to make them as even as I could.
See, neither of them have the killer instinct.
What? Chunyan kills people. She kills a guy.
Oh yeah, she does, doesn't she? I'm thinking of the fight between her.
I think.
Is this in Jello? Are they fighting in Jello?
No. Sure. Okay. How does this change the outcome?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to see it?
There's a terrible chauvinistic, misogynistic comment about me.
Pornhub.com.
Yeah.
Slash.
Shenmue AM2 podcast.
I think...
I'm gonna go...
I think Izumi might be technically a bit more skilled. I think. But Chunyan's got that killer instinct.
So... Their fight ends like Londi and Iwa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're fighting. Chunyan has Izumi down. And then Chunyan, a duck, bursts in. Chunyan picks the duck up by the neck. Izumi tries to save the duck. And he's like, or else, you're duck.
Okay.
Chunyan kills Izumi.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I could see it going either way.
Izumi tries to protect the duck.
Yeah. And then she tells the duck to keep his friends close.
Yeah.
As she dies.
Keep those you race against.
Keep those you race against close to you.
My next one also has Chunyan in it.
Oh.
Gui Zhang versus Chunyan.
It's another tough one. I think it might be even again. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Gui Zhang, do you think Gui Zhang is a little bit better than Ryo, or exactly on par in the first game?
I think they're about the same.
So, I think he might be a little bit weaker than Chunyan. I think I give it to Chunyan, just by a little bit. Because Ryo's leveled up by the time he fights her. Yeah. He's a little bit better, and he still beats her.
Alright.
That's my analysis.
So, now, we're at your co-main event, Matt.
Yeah. This one also has Gui Zhang in it. 2 Gui Zhangs, actually. Gui Zhang Li versus Gui Zhang Chen.
So, Gui Zhang versus the lady from the Yanton Apartments?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
They have to fight for the right to use the name Gui Zhang. There can be only one.
I have to give it to the guy.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Just because she's a little bit past her prime?
Yeah.
I think
And she's fairly short, and I just picture him just like square kicking her right in the face. Like shin bone right across the nose.
Oh.
And she's just laying in that place where, like, the backhoe is, just bleeding out of her face.
But it is implied that she's, like, a really good master, isn't she? Yeah. Or she
and
used to be.
It's a lumberjack match with the land sharks. People around, throwing them back in.
Yes.
My co-main event. It's a big man match.
Oh.
We get some big boys in here. Pedro Warren versus Dou Niu.
Ooh.
Big boys.
I wonder who's taller.
Big boys.
They are big. I mean...
It's like The Undertaker versus The Big Show.
Yeah.
Undertaker versus Yokozuna.
Yeah. I mean, it's got
Undertaker versus King Mabel.
Everything we've seen is, Dou Niu is fairly formidable. I think he beats Ryo a couple times. And Ryo doesn't seem to have any trouble with Mad Angel's guy, unless the player has trouble with Mad Angel's guy. But canonically, Ryo loses to Dou Niu. So, I gotta go Dou Niu. Unless there's that 70-man backup team.
Yeah.
Mobilize the team.
Yeah, he can mobilize the team.
All right.
They run Rexhoff, the big ox building or Yellowhead. Whichever one you know.
My final match.
The main event of the evening.
In the blue corner, Xiuying versus, in the red corner, Lan Di.
Bum, bum,
Dun, dun, dun. I really want to know who's stronger between these two. I mean, like...
Also, who wore it better, because they both have that same style.
Yes. I really, like... Lan Di is strong, but unless he was, like, holding back a lot against Ryo's dad, he never does anything, like, supernatural. I'm sure he can, but, like... He doesn't do anything super crazy, but when you
other than killing him,
yeah,
yeah,
he kills him. But I mean, when you fight against Xiuying, or when she's shown to be training, or anytime she does any martial arts, it's just amazing, blinding speed, power, everything. Like, so I think she's pretty formidable. I think she might be a match for Lan Di. I don't know. What do you think? Who wins? I think the only reason they've never fought is because they've never had the opportunity to fight.
Do you think they fought against each other as kids when they were brother and sister?
I don't know.
Dun dun dun.
Didn't they confirm that that's not the case? Their brother's somebody else. Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe he changed it.
I give it to... It's a death match. I give it to Lan Di.
Yeah.
I don't think Juwan could kill. And he can. He has. Lan Di takes it.
Okay. I'm interested to know what the listeners think of that one.
Yes.
So everybody... Well, yeah. Everybody, after we're done, write down these fights in the YouTube comments and put the winner beside who you think would win on each one.
I'll even put a template
You should put a template in
the thing.
Yes.
Do
it on Facebook, too.
My main event of the evening fought inside the confines of the cage in the basement of the Big Ox building. We have, out of the blue corner, Man of Mystery, Baihu, versus the man fighting out of the red corner. Maybe he's a man, maybe he's part monster. Chai. Inside the cage, because Chai can bounce around and jump off things.
That's true. That's the only thing I'll give him over Baihu.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Ryo encounters him so early on in his journey, and he defeats him.
And he also kicks the shit out of Baihu, too.
Yeah. But Baihu's... He's like...
Which fight's easier? He's facing Baihu or Chai in the arcade?
Well, Chai is harder in the arcade.
Yeah.
But you're weaker then. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Baihu is like... He's presented as a badass. But yeah, he doesn't pose that much of a threat. Ryo just kind of... He's just got a little momentary pause on Ryo's journey, and then he's gone. I wonder if he'll ever come back. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd still give it to Baihu, but I'd be interested to know what the listeners think. You'd give it to Chai?
I think I give it to Baihu just because he has that spinning kick from Lao, from Virtua Fighter, and I picture Chai doing that move where he jumps in and Baihu just timing that and kicking him right in the face. Yeah, I think that being fought in that cage too makes it a bit more interesting because Baihu would have to be on the defense a bit more, I think, just because Chai would bit more mobile.
Definitely be on the ceiling for part of it.
Yeah. Jumping down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the most interesting one of mine, at least, to watch.
Yes, it'd be spectacle. Unless Baihu wipes the floor with him really easily.
So, yeah, that's our fantasy matchups.
This was fun. We could do more some other time.
So, we recorded 3 episodes tonight. We did this one last intentionally, so by the time this one is out, we hope that our next episode, barring any Shenmue news and stuff, or episode soon after, is fans of the show sending in their fights and who they think would win and why, and also the scenarios that Matt and I gave, who you guys think would win out of our fights and why. Go crazy with this. Go crazy
Dragon Ball Z power level conspiracy theory. Just go full internet nerd on these fights.
Just picture Fukuhara just being like, "That's over 9,000!"
And then he kills Cool Z. All right, so I think that's it. Where do they find us, and who's our sponsor?
So, Shenmue AM2 podcast at gmail.com. If you want to, send us a really detailed one, you can send it an email. Shenmue AM2 pod on Twitter, youtube.com/Shenmue AM2 podcast, and pretty much anywhere where you can find a podcast or audio-wise. We'd like to thank our sponsor this week,
Guang Martial Arts School.
Now with more frames per second.
Bye.
Bye.